Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're diving into something a little different but super meaningful. We're talking about 12 life lessons we can learn from SB19's Time First podcast. Yup, the boys have been dropping some real gems, and if you've been tuning in, you know exactly what we're talking about. But if you haven't watched the podcast yet, we'll be linking it below. We'll be playing short clips of each life lesson, and then we'll talk about it for a bit, so grab a snack, settle in, and let's get into it.
Kamusta kayo guys?
Una-una, ang lawak nung tanong na kumusta no?
Yeah.
Kasi araw-araw naman tayo nagkikita. Pero hindi naman tayo nagkakamusta. Ano nga ba ang kamusta?
Alright, first up, the simple yet powerful question, how are you? Now I know it sounds basic, right? But when SB19 brought this up in the podcast, it hit differently. Because let's be real, life gets crazy. We're juggling so many things that we sometimes forget to check in on the people around us, especially those we see every day. Like, when was the last time you genuinely asked a friend, a sibling, a coworker, "Hey, how are you really doing?" It's easy to assume they're okay just because they're functioning, but sometimes a simple "how are you" is exactly what someone needs to hear. It's that little reminder that someone sees them, someone cares. And sometimes that one question can open up a space for connection, healing, or just being heard.
Ikaw din yung madalas nag-handle ng editing sa music natin, tsaka pagre-record sa atin. So, naano ko nga yun sabi ko, grabe, no? Kinakain ni Pao. In a way, nakakaano rin yun inspire. Pagka nagagawa ko yung mga...
Yes.
Hindi, seryoso yun. Kumbaga, mataas ang respeto ko sa'yo when it comes to, talaga, taking responsibility.
Next life lesson comes from Josh, who shared how he's inspired by Pablo's work ethic. And I love this because it reminds us that sometimes, just by doing what we love and pushing ourselves to be better, we can unknowingly inspire the people around us too. You don't always have to give a speech or post motivational quotes. Sometimes your actions are already setting an example, whether it's your passion, your dedication, or just the way you keep showing up. People notice. And that kind of energy, it spreads. It creates a ripple effect. So keep doing your thing. You never know who's watching and getting inspired by your grind.
As much as possible, maaga rin matulog ganun para ma-energy.
Recently, nagiging a morning person.
Para kasi ngayon kasi parang gusto ko na na-realize ko na ang dami mong nagagawa sa isang buong araw pag maaga kang gigising. May time ako magluto, makapag-grocery pa ako. Yun yung mga bagay na na-enjoy ko ngayon eh.
Pero weird na pag alas 6 ka, alas 7 ka gumising, tapos ang dami mo nang ginagawa, naglinis ka na, tapos pag tingin mo sa alas 8 pa lang, parang, ganun.
Umaga, matagal.
Dami mong nagagawa eh. Tsaka afternoon, mapagpahinga ka pa.
This one's another seemingly simple change, but sometimes changing just one part of your routine, like waking up earlier, can really shift everything. It's not just about being productive or ticking more things off a to-do list. It's about creating space for yourself. When your day isn't packed to the brim, you suddenly have time for things you used to put off, like exercising, cooking for yourself, or just breathing without pressure. And over time, those small moments add up. They help you feel more present, more balanced, and honestly, more in control of your own life. It's one of those things that seems small until you actually do it.
Pinag-usapan kasi namin, kasi tayo pag magkasama, bira mag-share. Ako maswerte ako kasi parang may mga friends ako outside SB na pagka-uwi ko sa bahay, nakakausap ko sila kahit online lang. Kamustahan, mag-share. Ito, amazing lang kasi yung mga taong yun, yung mga never ko naman na-expect na magiging friends ko.
Minsan maganda rin yung parang may iba kang kasama. Kasi before ang hirap hanapin ng middle ground, mag-agree tayo lahat. Alam mo yun? Ngayon parang feel ko talaga, ang laki nung ginrow natin as a group na hindi na ganun kahirap na mag-agree for something. Nagkakaroon tayo ng resolution or ano. Although syempre may mga disagreements, pero malaki yung ginrow natin individually. Nakikita na natin, mas naayos natin yung ibang workflow. Hindi naman perfect pa, pero mas nag-work siya.
Stell and Josh both bring up a similar point. The importance of finding perspectives outside of your main circle, whether for personal or professional growth. Having friends or colleagues outside your usual group can help you see things in a new light, offering fresh insights and ideas that your inner circle might not be able to provide. It doesn't diminish the bond you have with your main circle. It just adds to your overall growth, whether it's for personal advice, work collaborations, or just gaining a new perspective. Expanding your circle is key to evolving. In Josh's case, it's about understanding that work responsibilities have grown and having the right people outside SB19 to help guide him through those responsibilities makes a huge difference. Similarly, Stell finds value in getting different viewpoints outside the group. It's not about betraying your circle, but about finding balance and allowing yourself to grow in new ways. At the end of the day, surrounding yourself with a diverse group of people, both personally and professionally, only strengthens who you are and what you can bring to the table. It's all about evolution, learning from others, gaining new insights, and growing together.
Gusto ko maging present. Gusto ko maging present sa mga tao. Kasi nabanggit niya yung may mga friends siya outside. Parang tumakbo yung oras na lahat nagkaroon ng kanya-kanyang galaw. Alam mo yun, parang nung last podcast nga natin, sabi ko, wala na ako nakakausap. Parang SB lang lagi ko nakakausap. Walang nangangamusta sa akin. Though hindi ko naman siya tinetake na mahirap sa akin. Pero kasi na-focus din ako sa ginagawa ko. Parang ganun pala yung nangyayari. And minsan dami kong birthdays na na-miss. Yung birthday na lolo ko, hindi ko napuntahan kasi may ganito tayo, may event tayo.
Birthday ni Hoswell last time.
Kami yung mga andaming bagay na parang importante yun, pero hindi na natin masyadong napagbigyan ng oras. Sobrang nagigilty ako doon kasi meron din ako na feeling na kapag pag day off, parang mali, parang ganun. I'm very conscious din ako ngayon, syempre, di ba may company. Parang try to learn as much as you can. Tapos, siguro yung rest ko, parang tinatry ko rin mag-reach out sa mga tao. Parang, yun yan, nagbabasketball kami ni Ken. Kasi feeling ko mas ako dun mas nakakapag-relax ako. Kaysa pag nasa bahay ako, ang dami ko iniisip. So, nagugustuhan ko yung oras ko ngayon na ilalaan ko siya para sa mga bagay na nakakapagpabuti rin sa akin.
This one from Pablo is a little deeper. He opens up about feeling guilty for missing important family occasions because of work. And I think a lot of us can relate to that. Whether you're grinding for your dreams, building a career, or just trying to make ends meet, sometimes you end up sacrificing time with the people who matter most. It's a hard truth, right? That chasing success often comes with trade-offs. But what Pablo reminds us here is the importance of balance. Yes, it's okay to work hard. It's admirable, but we also have to pause and ask ourselves, at what cost? Being present for your family, celebrating milestones, or just spending time with loved ones, those are the moments that recharge us. Finding that balance doesn't mean you're slacking on your goals. It means you're making room for what truly matters in the long run. And if you've ever felt that tug of war between work and family, this is your sign to check in with yourself and the people you love. Because success feels a whole lot better when you have people to share it with.
Kasi yung binibigay na weight nung pinasok natin, kumbaga, kailangan mo, maraming realizations throughout Dati I always find time para makapag-relax, maglaro. Ngayon parang ang hirap na parang, minsan, ginagawa ko na lang kasi kailangan ko mag-stream minsan, yung mga ganon. Pero hindi na siya yung parang katulad dati na
yung inaabangan mo araw-araw.
Ngayon parang kasi iba na talaga. So I feel like it's part of maybe growing or something na hindi mo na maalis yung responsibility nga. And yung, hindi na tayo makapag-let go masyado. Yun, siguro.
Up next, we have Josh talking about accepting that they now carry big responsibilities. Not just as artists, but as people running their own company. And wow, that kind of mindset shift is something a lot of us go through as we grow older. There comes a point where you realize that life isn't just about having fun anymore. People start depending on you, whether it's your team, your family, or even your community, and that naturally means you'll have less time for leisure. And you know what? That's okay. What Josh said reminds us that maturity sometimes means choosing responsibility over temporary pleasure and learning to find fulfillment in that. It's not about giving up your happiness, it's about redefining what that looks like. And when you're working for something bigger than yourself, that kind of purpose can be even more rewarding.
First, hindi ako mapakali na parang hindi minsan nawawala na ako. Parang hindi siya tama sa akin na mag-let go. Parang may mali. I felt guilty. Parang dapat involved ako dun sa bagay na yan. Hindi ako pwedeng mawala. Recently, I felt like we were able to find people na nahanap na natin yung mga taon na unti-unting nabubuo natin yung onesie. Parang ganon.
Medyo na,
nagiging,
okay na ako dyan.
Parang ganon. Kaya ngayon recently, ayun nga, nagsimula at wakas, I felt like medyo natututo na akong mag-let go. Although takot akong magkamali, because of the people around me na medyo kaya ko ng sandalan. Hindi. Kumbaga, kaya natututo na akong mag-let go ngayon with Simula at Wakas era na kahit magkamali, sabay-sabay tayong matututo. Parang ganon.
Yun nga, gaya sinabi mo, gusto mo involve ka sa lahat. Pero I think it's normal and it's normal and not normal at the same time. Parang most of the time, unhealthy din siya kasi yung mental health mo talagang naapektuhan eh. Parang pinapagod mo sarili mo. Kasi pag mental health mo kasi talagang nag-drain ka sa lahat eh. Pero pag yun nga, gaya sinabi ni Josh na pag natuto ka mag-let go, you learn to trust other people na okay, they can do it themselves and I believe these guys. Ganun, so.
Next up, we have Justin and Ken talking about the power of letting go and relaxing a bit more now that he feels like he's surrounded by the right people. When you have the right people in your circle, it makes all the difference. Having people who understand your journey, your struggles, and your process takes a huge weight off your shoulders. Justin says that because he trusts the people around him, he feels less pressure to be perfect. And that's so important, right? We all make mistakes, and having people who support you and grow with you instead of judging you gives you the freedom to learn and move forward. This just goes to show how vital it is to surround yourself with people who genuinely understand and believe in you. They're not just there to cheer you on when things go right, but to pick you up when you mess up too. And that's where real growth happens, not just as a team, but as individuals.
Parang na-excited ako mag-30. Tapos sabi nila, ha? Bakit? Sabi ko, ewan ko, gusto ko lang may ma-feel na pagdating ko ba ng 30, may ma-feel akong pressure. Pagdating ko ba ng 30, mararamdaman ko na parang kailangan ko pa mag-hustle ng 5 times, parang ganun. Kasi ngayon, feeling ko nakikita ko lang yung beauty ng pagdagdag ng age kasi feeling ko, yun talaga yung full blossom ng maturity ng isang tao. Siguro mas nagtitake lang rin ako ng time, mas kilalanin ko pa yung ako. Kasi feeling ko, kahit naman sabihin natin na kilala na sarili natin, habang tumatanda tayo, may mga bagay na nare-realize tayo. Tapos ngayon nga, ganito ko rin kanina, parang kahit tumatanda na ako, hindi ko na-feel na tumatanda yung katawan ko.
Tama kasi sinabi rin ni Pao na parang, ibig sabihin masaya ka. Ibig sabihin, kasi perception lang naman lahat, di ba? Illusion lang naman, parang glasses yan na yung beliefs mo, yung ano mo. Minsan yung hindi mo manonotice na yung nagpapa-bad trip lang din para sa'yo, sarili mo lang. Kasi yung mindset mo, iniisip mo na, patinta na ako, nanda ako ng bad trip. Wala ako nagawa, wala.
Kailangan, ganito na ako.
Parang gano'n. Pero kung baliktad, 30 na ako, more time to learn. Hindi pa huli ang lahat, may mga gano'n. Kasi, aabot ka talaga sa point na questionin mo eh. May mga face talaga na ganun eh.
Stell and Josh both bring up a great point about age. Instead of seeing it as a limitation, they view it as an opportunity to grow. For both of them, age isn't something to fear or resent. They see it as a chance to embrace new experiences and learn more. If you shift your perspective and look at aging as something beautiful, it becomes a source of empowerment, not something to be anxious about. As they say, it's not about the number of years, but how you grow and evolve during those years. With age comes wisdom, new opportunities, and a deeper understanding of yourself. So why not embrace it? Age, in that light, is a reminder that we're all on a journey. And each year is another step forward.
To be honest, takot ako mamatay. Kasi sobrang takot na takot ako mamatay. Kasi kung isipin mo, no, sabi ko, sobrang bata ko pa. Ang dami ko pang gustong magawa. Dami ko pang gustong bagay na gustong i-enjoy. Kaya number one fear ko talaga is like yung mamatay, yung death. Tapos mag-crumble down lahat ng mga alam mo yun, na i-build mo. Tapos hindi pa naman siya ganun kataas tapos mag-crumble na siya.
Reminder talaga yung time sa akin na mamuhay ako in the present. Kailangan mabalanse ko lahat-lahat yun. Kasi what if makamit ko yung success pero lahat ng mga tao kung bakit ginawa ko, yung naging dahilan kung bakit ko siya ginawa in the first place, wala na sila.
Wow.
Parang ganun. What if after everything that you have given, you can only do so much, nag-fail pa rin. Pero sabi nga, there's no reason not to try, di ba? Parang gagawin mo pa rin best mo. Hindi masama mangarap ka at mangarap, pero live in the present. Kasi marami kang maging regrets kapag nawala na yung mga bagay-bagay dyan habang ginagawa mo etong bagay na
Ang kinakatakot ako siguro, yung hindi mag-try.
Madami yung natalo. Gusto ko, talunin ko to. O, gano'n ako eh.
kaya mo siya ginagawa kasi confident ka sa sarili mo na alam mo gagawin mo.
Siguro.
Tinry mo eh. Matututo ka doon. And susunod na mga challenges na may ganong scenario, alam mo na yung gagawin mo. Basta kinakatakot ako lang na hindi ko matry.
This next lesson is about confronting the fear of dying without having accomplished more or not truly living in the moment. We often get so caught up in our goals, chasing success, that we forget to enjoy the journey and appreciate the people around us. Sometimes we're so focused on the end result that we forget why we're doing it in the first place. At the end of the day, it's not about the fear of dying, but the joy of living. When you're able to live in the moment, to reward yourself for the small wins, and to celebrate life as it happens, that's where true peace lies. Just remember, it's all about balance between working hard, enjoying life, and keeping your future in check.
Meron line dun sa song natin na one day we'll run out of time. Kumbaga iniisip natin kasi kung ano yung nangyayari ngayon. Pero with that song, we are also reminded na yung time natin is limited.
You know what? Yung sa akin, yung sa word na yan, that's why parang ngayon, in-enjoy ko talaga yung time ko eh. That's like, I'm really trying hard to make the most of it. Rinig kasi ako ng podcast ng mga millionaire sila. Tapos, sabi doon, spend your money. Tapos,
Earn more.
oo. Kasi pag in-spend mo daw yung money mo, yung hard work daw na ginugol mo doon, dapat i-spend mo para i-gift mo yung sarili mo. Para motivated ka na gumawa ulit ng mas madami.
Yun nga eh, parang habang nakakasama ko kayo, totoo lang marami yung learnings eh. Kaya parang valid na ganyan, na parang gusto mong igastos para milestone mo kasi parang meron kang milestone na pinurchase, ito yung time na to, maalala mo yun. If it gives you motivation, if it makes you happy, dapat gawin mo siya. And sa iba. Ako, honestly,
Iba-iba tayo ng
naging guilty ako kapag gumagastos ako ng
Gumastos.
malaki. Pero at the same time, it's just me. Kasi siguro dahil marami nga rin akong responsibilities. Minsan nahihirapan din ako hanapin yung right spot para mabawasan pa yung expenses. So, muna ako, hinay-hinay.
This next lesson is more about rewarding yourself and how it's actually more important than we think. We've all been there, right? You've worked so hard, but when it comes time to treat yourself, you feel guilty, like you don't deserve it. But here's the thing. Rewarding yourself isn't a sign of laziness or indulgence. It's a way to validate all the effort you've put in. When you take a moment to appreciate your own hard work, it's like giving yourself the recognition you may not always get from others. And that feeling can be a huge motivator. It can reignite your passion and inspire you to keep pushing forward. You deserve to feel proud of what you've achieved, no matter how big or small. So don't be afraid to give yourself that reward. Whether it's a treat, a break, or something you've wanted for a while, it's about showing yourself the appreciation you deserve. It's that little reminder that you're doing great, and that can push you to do even better next time.
Parang meron lang akong internal question sa sarili ko. Minsan ba dahil sobrang palabiro ako, lahat ba ng sinasabi ko, tingin ng tao lahat joke? Tapos napapaisip ako, naku, kailangan ko na ata maging seryosong tao kasi baka mamaya sobrang palabiro ko. Inisip nila lahat na lumalabas sa bibig ko joke time. Tapos inisip ko siya buong linggo. Tapos inisip ko siya after nung isang linggo na yun. Baka naman pag nagbago ako, hindi na ako yung style na kilala nila. Baka naman pag naging seryoso ako, sabihin nila, may problema ako. Baka sabihin nila, pinagdadaanan ako mentally. So baka okay lang naman siguro na maging So yun lang, yun yung dumaan sa isip ko na parang, saan ako pupwesto? Siguro, problem ko rin siya. It's a me problem kung paano ko kukontrolin yung sarili ko. Pero kasi inisip ko rin, ang hirap naman pigilan sarili ko kung masayahing tao naman ako.
This next one from Stel hits hard in a quiet kind of way. He opens up about how people sometimes don't take him seriously just because he's naturally cheerful, always smiling, and loves to joke around. And it's something a lot of us can probably relate to. When you're the happy one in the group, it's like people automatically assume you're never serious or that your ideas aren't as valid. But here's the truth. Just because someone's naturally jolly doesn't mean they're not deep or thoughtful. Stel has real things to say, and sometimes it stings when people brush that off. On the flip side, though, he also reflects on whether he should adjust his approach. Maybe find a balance between being himself and making sure people know when he means business. And that's the lesson here. It goes both ways. For someone like Stel, it's about learning how to set the tone so people know when it's time to listen seriously. But for the rest of us, it's a reminder not to box people in. Just because someone's the fun one doesn't mean that's all they are. Everyone deserves to be heard, especially when they finally gather the courage to speak.
Nagmadali eh. We took our time talaga eh. Kasi alam mo yun, lahat naman from scratch inaral natin eh, di ba? Ore, yung pag-video edit, di naman lahat tayo magaling agad dun. Yung pag-record, di naman, parang inaral natin lahat eh. Pero thankful ako dun kasi na-experience natin siya, di ba? Sabi nga nila, experience is the best teacher. Iba pa rin yung pag nasa field ka, yun yung, dun mo malalaman yung reality kung paano talaga siya gawin. Kaya yung best teacher talaga.
Theoretical.
Iba yung theoretical sa pinaka-practicum na. Kasi very passionate ka dun eh. Parang walang sino mang tao makakahigit dun sa passion na meron ka for something na gusto mong gawin.
So for the last one, we have a classic but powerful reminder. That experience really is the best teacher. No amount of theory or secondhand advice can replace actually going through something yourself. And sometimes we're all tempted to look for shortcuts or quick wins, but the truth is, every step, even the hard, boring, or messy ones, teaches you something important. It's when you're out there doing the work, making mistakes, learning on the spot, that's when real growth happens. That kind of experience builds not just skill, but confidence. And no one can take that away from you. You start to own your journey. You earn your place not just with talent, but with grit. So whether you're in a creative field, corporate job, or starting something of your own, don't rush the process. Trust it. Because all those little wins, struggles, and lessons, they add up. And they shape you into someone no textbook ever could.
Paano natin ini-intake yung mga lessons? Kasi maganda na yun yung mga nasi-share natin sa bawat isa. Hindi natin siya tinitake as, malas lang talaga kami or ano. Pero ginawa natin, naghahanap tayo lagi ng action plan. Paano isolve natin yung mga struggles natin. At yun naman yung sobrang nagustuhan ko sa grupo natin na malaki rin na itulong sa akin. Na tuwing may problem tayo kinakaharap, nag-iisip tayo lagi ng action plan. And I hope sa mga nakikinig sa atin ngayon, ganun din sa kanila. Kung ano yung nakikita nila sa atin, nakakatulong tayo. At hindi lang tulad nun, hindi lang naman sa atin magtatapos to kasi kung ano yung nai-inspire natin sa iba, it's a chain lightning effect na for sure, sila rin mag-work hard for their dreams, for themselves. So, ito yung pangarap natin. Ngayon, nakikita natin, lahat tayo, pangarap natin pare-pareho, iisa lang.
Anong palibagong simula? Kayo ang palibagong simula.